bago ka pa lang po sa ating channel, subscribe na po at click din po yung bell notification para lagi ka pong updated sa bawat video na ina-upload po natin.
Halos ang tatlong anak ni Pangulong Duterte ay nagpahayag na ng suporta sa Uniteam kay Bongbong Marcos at Inday Sara Duterte. Ika nga, ang hari na lang ang kulang sapagkat ang prinsesa nito at prinsipe ay nasa bagong magmamana na ng trono sa Malacanang. Lumakas din kasi ang bulungan na napagdesisyonan na ni PRRD na i-endorse ang Uniteam. Kaya naman naglabasan na ang mga paliwanag na po pwede na nga itong maganap. Ilang buwan na lang ang ilalagi ni PRRD sa pwesto, at ang mga solid DDS ay umaasa pa rin sa sasabihin nito kung sino ang bet niyang suportahan. Tila nga daw maliit ang chance na ang Manila Mayor ang magiging manok nito sapagkat kailangan niyang suportahan ang kanyang prinsesa at protektahan. Hindi kasi lingid sa kaalaman nating lahat na ilan sa mga ka-DDS ay naliligaw ng landas dahil sa napaka-hipokritong paliwanag ng isang DDS vlogger na si Isko ang sinusuportahan. Palaging sumisigaw Maka Duterte pero ang anak ni Pangulong Duterte hindi pinaniniwalaan. Ang tanong ng mga netizens, kanino kayo maniniwala? Sa mga vloggers na Maka Duterte daw pero hindi kayang suportahan ang desisyon ng mga anak ni PRRD. Bagkus nasa kabilang bakod at puro paninira ang ginagawa. Ilang kasi sa mga ka-DDS ang napabalitang sumuporta na sa Uniteam tulad nila Badong Aratiles, Mark Lopez, Nancy Bicolana at marami pang iba. Ilang porsyento kaya ang chance na i-endorso ni PRRD ang Uniteam? Panuuri natin ang full video para sa iba pang detalye na narito ang ilan sa mga article ng mga solid DDS na tila malaki nga ang chance na i-endorse ni PRRD ang Uniteam. Sa mga undecided pa na taga-suporta ni PRRD, let's have an open mind. Kanino ba dapat kayo magtiwala sa mga anak ni PRRD na nakasuporta kay Bongbong Marcos? Kay banat ba'y natuta ng mga Cayetano na ipinipilit sa inyo si Mayor Isko Moreno? Isa-isahin natin ang personal punto ko, baka sakaling makatulong sa inyong pagdedesisyon. Ang mga anak na may sariling isip at lubos na pangunawa, kahit kailan ay alam kung saan mas magiging panatag at gagawin nito para sa kapakanan ng kanilang mga magulang. Simple lang, hindi ititiwala ng mga anak ni Pangulong Duterte kay Presidential Aspirant Bongbong Marcos ang magiging kalagayan at sitwasyon ng kanilang ama kung alam nila na hindi ito talagang mapagkakatiwalaan. Hindi naman lingid sa kaalaman natin na madami nang naghahanda upang bawian ito at ilagay sa alanganin pagkababa niya sa katungkulan. At higit sa lahat, hindi ibibigay ng mga anak ni PRRD kay BBM ang tiwala kung alam nila na walang kakayanan ang dating senador na ipagpatuloy ang mga nasimulan ng kanilang ama. May kakayahan si BBM na mamuno sa ating bansa, nandyan ang kanyang mga kwalifikasyon. Yan ang nakita ng mga anak ni Pangulong Duterte at milyong-milyong Pilipino kaya naman buo ang kanilang suporta sa kandidatura ni Presidente Bongbong Marcos. Kanino ba nagtitiwala ang mga anak ng Pangulo? Kay Bongbong Marcos, di ba? Hindi kay Mayor Isko Moreno na nitong mga nagdaang buwan ay grabe kung umatake at manira sa administrasyon tapos ngayon todo sipsip upang makuha lamang ang endorsement ng Pangulo. Kumbaga, nais gamitin ng Pangulo sa isang pansariling political interest. Kung kinakaya kaya ng isang first-term mayor na kagaya ni Isko Moreno ang isang presidente, paano na lang kung naging Pangulo na ang alkalde na ito at bumaba na sa pwesto si President Duterte? Hindi na natin babanggitin ang kwento ni na Mayor Lim at Presidente Erap sa kung paano natapos ang relasyon nila kay Mayor Isko pagkatapos nila siyang tulungan. Pero, sana, kung ano ang init ng panawagan ninyo for Mayor Sara Turan noon, ganun din ang ibigay ninyong suporta sa kanyang naging desisyon ngayon. Huwag ninyo ipakain ang inyong nasimulang mga prinsipyo. Hindi kailanman ipapahamak ni na Mayor Inday Sara Duterte, Congressman Pulong Duterte at Vice Mayor Baste Duterte ang kanilang ama. Narito naman ang pahayag ng magaling na writer na si June Abines. Tatay Digong, fading to the sunset. President Rodrigo Duterte is hurting. He feels the Filipino people dropped him like a hot potato in exchange of BBM and Sara. For 5 long years he was loved, adored and almost worshipped like God. But in the blink of an eye he saw millions of Filipino lining up for Bongbong and Sara, completely ignoring him. With less than 90 days before election, everyone is focused on the campaign. almost no one cares to watch or listen what the president is doing or saying. Are the Filipino people really worth all the blood, sweat and tears Tatay Digong has shed? Bongbong Marcos and Sara Duterte has 90% chance to win the May 9, 2022 election. But are they really ready, capable and able to fill the big shoes Tatay Digong will leave for them? The answer is no. BBM and Sara are superb leaders no doubt, but Rodrigo Duterte is in a league of his own. They are but beneficiaries of his hard work and sacrifices. Rodrigo Duterte's level leadership sits along the likes Mahatma Gandhi, Nelson Mandela and Lee Kuan Yew. All unique, original and incomparable. When Bongbong Marcos and Sara sits in their respective offices after winning, they will realize the real enemies of the state are not local. Those we see are but pawns and puppets. All the oligarchs, communists and international media that demonize President Duterte in the past 5.5 years have deep roots and influence that goes back to the time of Jose Rizal, Bonifacio and Emilio Aguinaldo. The same enemies that kicked out President Ferdinand Marcos out of Malacanang in 1986. Defeating them will be a long and hard struggle. President Rodrigo Duterte is now packing his bags and about to leave Malacanang. He felt the whole country no longer needs him or even care for him. But he is wrong. The Filipino people are supporting BBM and Sara because they love Tatay Digong. BBM is the only presidentiable who never insult, disrespect or attack President Duterte in public. All other presidentiables threatened to prosecute Duterte after his term, even asking the help of ICC. When the smoke clears after the election, BBM and Sara will face more attacks and sabotaging even before they are formally sworn to office. Because the enemies of Digong and the Filipino are not ordinary people. They are the biggest gangster who are enslaving nations of the world in the last hundreds of years. BBM and Sara may be bright and tough, but they are not as brilliant and as crazy as Rodrigo Duterte. They will soon find themselves with their hands full. Philippines is a very, very rich country in terms of natural and human resources. The enemies will never give up their milking cow, never. Philippines was never a free country. Aguinaldo attempted but failed. Ferdinand Marcos Sr. attempted to but failed. Rodrigo Duterte attempted and partially succeeded. He was wise enough not to cling to power. Now it's all up to BBM and Sara to continue. But the path to true Philippine independence is laid with traps and dangers. BBM and Sara will need all the help they can get. And only an old, crazy and veteran brilliant leader knows the way so far. Tatay Digong will not fade to sunset very soon. His princess needs his guidance. BBM will need his wisdom. And the Filipino people most of all will need the warmth of his shadow. True leaders do not retire. They merely step down from a position. Their value and significance to the hearts and minds of people they serve will never fade nor forgotten. Their presence, guidance and service will always be sought as long as they live. Rodrigo R. Duterte is one of the greatest, if not the greatest leader the Philippines has ever seen. His wisdom, accomplishments and diplomatic brilliance made him a world icon. His bravery, dedication and willingness to take on all challenges inspired ordinary people and leaders alike around the globe. His leadership style made Obama, Clinton and many world leaders look like amateurs. Duterte explodes and shines like a never-seen-before fireworks. He may step down from presidency a poor man in terms of money and material things. But he will be respected, loved and be treated like a king in every place and every home he goes or enters. Because he served his country well with all his strength, with all his mind and with all his heart.